Okay, so this is a quick video on how to install WordPress using the Softaculous apps installer. The Softaculous apps installer is a piece of software that comes with cPanel, so you would already have to have a hosting account to do this, and you will get, cPanel is the most common probably hosting panel there is. But there are other ones, and most of them will give either, some kind of an app installer. I think the names of the other ones are Fantastico, and I can't remember the name of the last one. There's a number of them anyway, but you just ask your hosting company, because the one I'm giving you an example of is Softaculous, but the others are much the same. So in this case, you just have to locate the icon and click it. And when I get in here, it's giving me tons of things I can install. The one I want to install is WordPress. So I can press install there. It's new, so I think on an older version you might have to go to here and press install or install now. It's not that hard to find that part of it. Now there's a lot of things here. They're very simple, but you could be confused by them. First is the protocol. Basically, you're just going to want to leave it like this. These are for secure sites, and this is you can do that if you want, but really there's no sense really. Just leave it like that. You have your domain. Now if you leave this blank, which is, say, that's the normal way of doing it, then it's going to install into the home directory, and when I go to, in this case, rainrain.ie, it'll bring up this site. If you didn't want that to happen, if you've got something already in your home directory, as I do, then you'd put in a directory to install it to. So I'm just going to call this training. Okay, so it shouldn't exist, it doesn't exist, and you just type the name of the directory, and now that is where I would find my my website with my WordPress install when it's done. You just fill these in. I'm not going to bother, but you can fill those in, and I'm just going to copy these myself so that I can log in. I'm not changing them, but you would be changing those or making sure you've got a proper password. Don't use the admin password. Often admin will come up here. Try to avoid using that. It's very insecure. You can give it an email. You can basically leave all these at default unless you have a reason to change them. This, in this particular case, is a plugin that you can add to protect your site. When you've got this site installed, it's going to be it's raw WordPress, and raw WordPress is not really that secure, in my opinion. So you would always want to have a security plugin. I would tend to recommend the iThemes Better WordPress Security plugin, but you can use this. This is sort of one of the minimum ones that you can do, and it'll just install it directly for you here. But I skipped that because I'm going to install Better WordPress Security for my themes later. And let's see, you've got some options here if you want. I'm not really going to get into that. They're all options. Some of them are to do with your updates here, and some of them are to do with your security. In my case, I don't care about the security because I'm going to use iThemes to manage the security, and I actually never use any of these update things because I have a particular way that I use a plugin or a system called Infinite WP or WP Infinite to manage my WordPress updates, but you can do all the updates here. This is actually quite a good system for running updates. After you've installed this, I won't go through it in this video, but you can go to all installations and you'll see your WordPress install, and you can just press a button to update it. And these options here are giving you options on automatic updates and backups, and that. There's backups in this as well. You can do in here. So that's after you've installed it. So basically, you can send the installation details to somewhere if you want, so you'll know. But it's going to install it pretty quick, so I'll just do this. Just press pause. Okay, obviously I have a directory called training, so I'll just call it training video. So just check to make sure everything's the same. Press install, and I'll just probably pause it just in case that takes a minute. Okay, so that took about 30 seconds or something. So now it's telling me that this is the install and this is the admin. So I'm just going to hold down Control, and I'm getting an email there to say I've installed it. I'm going to hold down the Control key, or you could just right click and open this in a new tab. That's what I do, because I just like to have this. And there's my login, and I can paste in the password and the username, and that's it. That's my WordPress install. That's my last pass, just pay no attention to that. And I can go back in here, and I could just control click on that to open up the actual install itself, the front end. And actually I'll just show you this. Now that I've got this done, I can go back here to all installations, and these are, like I said, I normally delete this, and I leave the install here. Just delete the Softaculous part of it. I run a system called Infinite WP to manage them, but I did use this for a long time, and it's very good. So you would just I think a little I think it's here. You get a link comes up here when there's a new version, and you can do the automatic updates, and you can clone it, back it up, delete it, and edit some details, and all you'd expect. But that's how to do. That's it. You've got WordPress installed now, and it's installed. Like I said, it's here. If you wanted it installed in your home directory, you would have just left this part of it out while you were doing the install. And actually, on that note, you can if you wanted to build a new site alongside your existing site, you could build the new site in a side plug or folder like that, and you can actually move it afterwards. It's fairly easy to move WordPress. There's just two things to change in the database for the base thing, and you can find them online if you Google them. And you have to well, you can use this plugin called Velvet Blues, which will help as well for any other things that got left behind. Okay, that's it.